Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It's Tom. Got a lot going on at DFCS this week, so I'm going to actually have to refer to my notes today to get through it all. I want to first talk about the issue of back to school. We have, of course, 11,900 children in foster care, and we have to make sure that each of those children receives an appropriate education. And normally, our policies require that children attend public school in person. But we know that due to the coronavirus, many schools have been looking at different options. Some schools I know are going to be doing only online, and that's fine. We'll have our foster children and our children in foster care in those areas attend online school as long as that's going. Other schools, however, are offering a choice between online classes and in-person classes. And of course, our preference is that each child be in school in person. However, we know that there are foster parents who may be concerned about a child going to school and then coming back with a virus, especially if that foster parent is himself or herself immunocompromised or has someone in the house who might be more susceptible to the virus. So we're asking each foster family and each case manager to work collaboratively, also with the birth parents, with the guardian ad litem, with the CASA, with all those who are involved in caring for the child to make the decision. We have sent out some forms that you can sign and some more specific guidance about this decision. And we hope that you'll try to do what is in each child's best interest, but also in the best interest of the foster parents and the caregivers and the entire family. We want to make sure we make sure children receiving a good education this fall, but at the same time, we want to keep everybody safe and secure. Obviously, if you cannot make a collaborative decision, if you can't all agree, then we'll have to make that decision at the county or regional level. As each of these children is in DFCS legal custody. But we hope that you can work it out. Again, look for that guidance out there. And we'll have more guidance coming along as we learn more about what each school system is going to do. Also excited this week, I'll be attending on the official grand opening of the C.A.F.E. That's out in Suwanee in Gwinnett County, the Centro de Ayuda Familiar y Emocional in Spanish, or the Center for Family and Emotional Support in English. This is a project we've been working on. I'm very grateful to Senator Renee Unterman, to Travis Moses, our county director out there in Gwinnett, to the folks at Ser Familia, and especially to my director of strategic initiatives, Dahlia Bell Brown, who have really brought this thing to fruition. The C.A.F.E. is a center in which folks can come and receive support. It's part of what I think is going to be a growing outreach to different cultural communities. We know that our agency needs to serve people in different ways depending upon their culture and their community, and we need to target and tailor our operations for each community. This C.A.F.E. has actually already opened. It's been open for a while and has already assisted with about $200,000 in housing and food support for folks out there in Gwinnett County. We're doing an official grand opening. Of course, the grand opening was delayed because of the COVID virus. We're going to do an official grand opening this week, appropriately socially distanced. We'll all be masked up, but I'm really excited about going out there and seeing what's going on. The center has 8 offices, 2 conference rooms, and some training rooms, counseling areas, and also has a dedicated office where we'll have one of our DFCS family navigators. So really excited about that new project, and just very thankful for all those who have helped this to come to fruition. Also remember that this is Teens and Siblings Appreciation Month. It gives us an opportunity to remember that not only do teens have different needs than other children in foster care. Rachel Davidson's going to kill me if I keep saying foster children. But we also know that we often struggle to find foster parents who will take in teens. And we also struggle to find foster parents who will take in larger sibling groups. So if you're interested in doing that, if you have the skills and the desire to help with that, please visit fostergeorgia.com and see how you can help. So we're having our first virtual roadshow. You know, we've been going around the state every quarter or so for several years now and meeting with the communities, meeting with the community leaders, talking about the issues that we all share. And of course, we're having to do that. We're going to continue it. We're going to have to do it virtually for a little while. And our first one this coming week, next week, the 23rd, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, or maybe it's 21st, 22nd, 23rd, sorry, is going to be in Region 12. That's down along the coast. We'll be having a virtual town halls. We'll be having virtual meetings with staff, virtual meetings with judges. Most of it, of course, by Zoom, but it's still an exciting time. And in a way, doing it virtually, I think, will allow us to actually involve more people. Region 12 is a fairly large area. It runs from Savannah all the way down to Brunswick, that area. So this will give us an opportunity to really bring folks together virtually to talk about the needs of each of those communities. So PSNAP benefits are going to be rolling out in July, beginning July 29th, and then continuing through August 1st. We'll get out depending on the client ID number. Also, we are participating this week with the United Way of Greater Atlanta and Atlanta Community Food Bank in a video conference for organizations and community leaders addressing hunger in our region. It gives us a great opportunity to talk about these issues and to create sort of a think tank around efforts to help secure federal funding for food security to aid those families who need it most, and really looking forward to continuing our partnership with the United Way and with the food banks. The food banks, of course, especially right now, are so important to making sure that folks who may be out of work, folks who may be struggling, especially with the economic impact of the COVID pandemic, that they get adequate food, which is really a basic human right. So PEBT, speaking of food, this is the Pandemic Electronic Benefit Transfer Program that is going to provide about $250 probably per child for each child, for the families of who had children who should have been receiving free and reduced lunch at school, but were not able to between March and May because of the school shutdown due to the pandemic. And we're looking at issuing about 600,000 students and 300,000 households that are currently receiving SNAP, and an additional 430 students and 430,000 students, excuse me, and 215,000 households that were not already receiving the SNAP. So we're talking about a million children, $264 million in economic impact to the folks in Georgia. I'm very grateful to the federal government for providing this benefit, and I think it will be helpful. Let's see what else we got going on here. Yes, one other thing I wanted to mention. Oh yeah, well, we also need to talk about our performance. Our performance remains really high in OFI. Really continue to be very proud of the way that folks are doing this work from a distance, teleworking, and at the same time are really continuing to keep that great effort up. And I think the last thing I need to mention today is that we had some hand sanitizer that we received, and trying to, of course, provide hand sanitizer for all our offices. And apparently, one shipment we got had the wrong chemical in it, so I think methanol. And so we need to make sure we've sent out a lot of communication about the need to not use that and to dispose of it properly by getting it back to where it came from. So make sure that if you see a hand sanitizer that says it has methanol in it, please don't use it before you talk to Daryl Braswell, or at least talk to your county director or regional director, so we can figure out what to do with that stuff. All right, probably rambled a little bit today. I apologize, but it's a lot. Like I said, there's a lot going on. Even though summer, of course, is normally a little bit of a slow time at DFCS, a little slower than usual, I think because of the COVID pandemic, and we just have a lot more going on right now. We, of course, we finally got our budget, as everybody knows. We're really, I think, breathing a sigh of relief on that, and things are looking up. I think this coming fiscal year 21, which began at the start of the month, is going to be a good year. We're going to make good progress. We're going to do great things, and we just got to get over this COVID pandemic and get the economy going back again, and we'll all be fine. Hope y'all have a great week, and look forward to seeing you again soon.